Hi, and welcome to this video of information as a resource. This video will help you to understand the role of information as an organizational resource critical for realizing its business objectives. At the end of this video, you will be able to explain how information is a resource. So, if we talk about business resources, primarily what had been happening, people used to consider only money, materials and labor are the essential element for productivity. So, materials and these things are specific to a business or to a task, and these are very generically people were using it. Now, for economic productivity, it is economic productivity of firm is measured by unit of output produced per unit by using per unit of input resources consumed in the process. Now, information is also treated as a very critical business resource because information is as important as money and labor, because information is used in many tasks and activities to produce the output. Sharing of emails, exchanging data, storing into a repository, accessing it saves a lot of time, enhances the productivity also. Now, information has got a very critical role to play organization and it is valued as a higher esteem. So, information as a resource clarifies the value and role of an organization. For example, if we talk about storing or repository, so storing data for future use is a very important resource which could be consumed later on. The historical data, if somebody churns the historical data, finds out so many important things and the directions for the future as well. Information is treated as an asset also for most of the organizations. It's a very valuable asset and is used for decision making and for planning. Let's talk about Indian Railways. Now, Indian Railways every day, because of its robustness, produces tons of information in terms of their time of ticket purchase, date of ticket purchases, duration of transactions, whether there was an agent involved in ticket purchase, number of alternatives considered. There are so many ways the decision making is done. Now, let's say if we have to look at what time of the day most of the passengers buy ticket online. So, this is a very interesting information which gives the railways an information to understand that what is the busiest time for them and they can plan accordingly. Or we could find out that which time of the year the tickets will increase or decrease. Or we could talk about how many choices do passengers usually consider before buying a ticket. What are the options evaluated? What are the trains they would look for? Then do passengers usually rely on services of an agent to buy tickets? Now, this information is captured into their system which gives railways an information about their service feedback from their consumers so that they can plan and strategize accordingly. For example, we talk about this passenger details. Now, in a full day, what are the time frames where tickets have been purchased? What is the frequency of purchases? And it would give the railways a fair bit of understanding what all resource allocation they need to do in order to, support their sales process maximum. It helps them in the future planning because managers actually can plan for additional resources, for stuffing, for data storage and backup in future in case they need that, during a certain period of time there is a maximum transactions happening, people are buying tickets. So, they need to have extra manpower to support those activities. Further, from that information, they could find necessary information about their services where they could plan and extend services so that it could help the consumers to have a better experience while traveling on rail. And the information stored in the resources actually gives you a fundamental input to perform better. And information not necessarily has to be an old information. Current information also can prove to be an asset where you can look at the information provided by the users to you. So, information sharing across different computers located at different locations on a network, binds the organization together and they can extract information from multiple sources so that it helps in better decision making. So that same information can be shared with their partners also, and then it would actually help them realizing their goals in future. In this video, you learned that information too is a resource for an organization. Like money or labor, information is used in many tasks and activities to produce the output of an organization. Most modern organizations are not archiving their information. They treat the information as a valuable asset that has to be managed and used for different purposes. And finally, the information can be used for decision making and for planning about future activities. In this video, you understood the importance of information as a critical resource in organizational context.